up in Sandpoint Saturday, the Spacepoint, a new observatory at the University of Idaho Sandpoint Organic Agriculture Center. Oh, cool. Didn't know that existed. Just launched. The observatory is designed to create interest in and a pipeline to all aspects of the space industry. The observatory was built using shipping containers with a retractable roof, allowing the use of the Spacepoint's powerful telescope with a 14-inch reflector. The telescope station will take up half of the observatory, with a control room taking up the other half. The observatory will also be able to be accessed remotely, allowing schools and others to book time at the facility from anywhere in the state. The durable nature of the shipping containers will enable it to stand up to the region's rather tough weather. Spacepoint has plans to add any number of features and functions as it grows, and would also love to build a network of similar observatories across the state. Yes, I want to go to one of these, especially one that's closer than Sandpoint. Spaceport founder Kyle Averill says that every career and every job on Earth will be needed in space as people continue to reach out into the universe. He envisions people will eventually be living on Mars and beyond someday, and that there will be a need for plumbers, electricians, skilled trades, chemists, artists, gardeners, and many more in the space industry. Averill and his wife, Roxanne, were inspired to start Sandpoint by their love for the outdoors and their desire to create an interest in and a pipeline for the space industry. The observatory launch was held last Saturday, beginning with a reception at 5 p.m. and a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 6 p.m. They also had a tinfoil hat contest planned, very funny, as it was a Jupiter viewing party, which I think this is super cool. If anyone has listened, I think I've talked about it. I may have not have, but I am a bit of a space nerd. Granted, for any of you that aren't big into space, a little bit of a quick lesson, I guess. There are different types of space nerds. That I am the space nerd that is like stuck in the rockets and things. Now, if you sit there and ask me to go find a constellation in the sky, I should probably learn how to do that, but I am a little inept at that. But if you show me a rocket, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a closed stage, that they're using kerosene fuel for that. You know, I can talk about the different upper stages, substages, different like technical engineering going into the rockets, the different satellites, the missions that are currently going on, launches. I mean, if someone were to sit down and, you know, the average perk guy sits there and like, hey, honey, I don't want to miss the NFL game that's coming up. I'm the equivalent with space launch. It's like, oh, that thing's coming on. I've got to wake up at like 6 a.m. to catch that launch that's happening down, you know, in South America, because I'm like, I got to see, I want to watch it live. So this is really cool to see. I wonder if it'll be something that they'll open up to the public, because the remote aspect, they said they're going to do it for schools, but I wonder if there's like, you could pay to like access in, because they're going to have fiber up there at the college, which is super cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, space stuff is cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's space. How much more cool could you get? It's kind of that. I mean, you have the ocean, which is kind of unexplored, and I can hear the person that likes the water over there talking and whining about the ocean, and I would say ocean's scary. I mean, space is scary too, but I don't know. The ocean has a lot more living things in it that don't follow math. Asteroids and planets, they follow mathematical equations that I can calculate for. Ocean, not so much.
Yeah, I think I'm probably with you there.
I'm more likely to want to go up to like the moon or into space or something than I want to go to the Marianas Trench personally. It's like a life bucket list.
Yeah, the ocean does seem like a relatively scary place.
I mean, it's cool.
Full of weird things.
God's done some amazing things, and some of the photos or videos you see from like National Geographics with the water and stuff, and the different like reefs and things, and the detail there is just awe-inspiring. But also, I feel like if the Lord would ever bless me, and I feel like in my lifetime, there's a possibility of it. I'm not being unrealistic. That, you know, I could sit there and be able to behold some of these, you know, things we see in photos from satellites and things in space. That would just be like, I'm good, Lord. If you want to call me home now, like, I'm good. I'm very happy. I'm happy now. Just to see some of the beauty and grandeur, because when you really start grasping the size of things, or something I'll regularly tell people, you know, one thing, if I were to like say one wish, like bucket list item, right, to do, would be able to just stand on the moon for a minute and look back at the Earth.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because if you get to do that, what you're doing there is you're being able, at that very moment, your sight is being able to see where all of human existence and history has happened. And that's in your field of view. You're being able to observe the place and all of human history in a sense that has existed and ever happened right before you when you sit on the moon and look at Earth, which is such a profound thing to think about. And to be able to say you've done that.
That's kind of crazy.
That for me, hands down.
Yeah. That's an interesting perspective on that. That's interesting. Space is a really cool thing. The thing that I laugh about is my brother is I don't know if I'd call him a true flat earther, but he definitely takes some issue with Earth being a sphere, which I do find kind of funny.
There's so many physics that just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I know. Like, I understand, but the thing I find funny is I'm just excited for the day when more people get to go into space and look at the Earth and see what shape it is. I don't even care what shape it is. And look at the Earth and go, oh, Earth is a donut. Okay. Or, oh, Earth is a cone. Or, oh, Earth is flat. Or, oh, Earth is a sphere. Shocking. And then you get that. You finally get to understand, oh yeah, no, that Earth is that way. That just is what it is.
But I guess coming back full circle back to this, I think for those of you up in Sandpoint, I'm very jealous. I'm very, very jealous. You get this cool new telescope to go enjoy, especially probably with the lack of light pollution you guys have up there, to enjoy it even more. Probably another reason why they put it there. Hopefully many of you now know about it. I have a feeling not very many people knew about the event that was happening, but you can go now and enjoy it and hopefully get to see and observe more about the beautiful heavens that the Lord has put up there for us to enjoy and to explore and to learn more about him from.
That's true.